welcome back to my channel. As you can see at the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you how to quit your job and work for yourself. So, for those who don't know, I do have my own online store. Oh my gosh, sorry babe, that's what I was saying. I have an online store, and also I sell on Amazon, which is enough for me to take care of myself. And now I'm starting a journey through this YouTube process, which I love the whole idea of it, and that's why I'm so thankful that you're watching this video. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Before I actually started my online store, I had a few jobs. I never was the one to really work a 9 to 5. I remember my first job, it was at McDonald's, and honestly, that was the only job I had where I had to have a boss over me, except I was a waitress. Yeah, I definitely was a waitress, and that was kind of different because I made a lot of money. At least I thought at that time of my life I made a lot of money, and I loved everything about it. The whole staff, y'all, we was lit. So that was really one of my favorite jobs I've ever had in my life. That was, I wouldn't change that experience for nothing. And after that, my jobs was Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates, etc. So those kind of jobs, I would say they were different than a regular job, because although you're still not a boss, your own boss, you have a different kind of freedom than everyone else. So although you're still in four walls, which is your car, you can still raise the window down. And that makes such a big difference. So yeah, for me, that's what I would do. I would do Uber, I would do Lyft, I would do DoorDash, and I would do Postmates. And that gave me the freedom that I needed to think, other than dropping these people off. It gave me time to really think about my future, and it really helped a lot. So if you are at a job that you don't like, and you think about doing Uber and Lyft, give it a little try and just see if you like it. But I'm not trying to tell you to do that, because I remember when I was Uber and Lyft drivers, other people energy, well, let me tell you something. Negative energy is more powerful than positive energy. The reason why I say that is because if you're not honed, if you're not strong in your spiritual realm, it's so easy to get it taken away for someone who's stronger in their spiritual realm at being negative, so anything that's practiced more outpowers the other source, and that's just real. So y'all, people, that can be very, very stressful. So be wary of that, y'all, because stress is a silent killer and it's nothing that you want to mess with. So the key to switching your job, and for me also as well, was I had to believe that I was not currently there. And the best way that helped me a lot was, first, I got up really, really early, y'all. Like, I didn't play any games no more. Like, this is what I decided. This is what I wanted. I wanted to, like, change. Like, I started getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I know that sounds crazy, but it was not easy. It was so hard for me because I was the person who slept really, really late. But what helped me was I practiced how to get up. I know this sounds crazy, but I really wanted to change my life, y'all. I felt so lost. I didn't feel like I didn't know anybody who could, like, help me just a little bit that I can touch. Like, you know, like, I can actually knock on the door. I didn't have any of that. So sometimes, because you know your environment and who you hang around with, that's exactly why you're where you are. That is so important. So I realized, like, I was answering phones about girl this, girl that, and I didn't want that part of my future. So I had to make a conscious decision. And I was like, but do you want to go the girl route, or do you want to, like, really go get this? Like, you want to buckle down and, like, change your life? Like, because at the end of the day, you know, you can't blame nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I was like 20 years old. So I'm like, let's do this. So what I did was, y'all, I know this might sound shiesty, but I let my friends go because I went on a journey to, like, get to know me. And when I say get to know me, I didn't really know me, and I wanted to know, like, why I keep sabotaging myself. Like, where are these disbeliefs becoming? Because if you ask me, I was the most confident person in the world. If you ask me, like, there was nothing that I can't do. If you ask me, like, I was that bitch. So I'm just asking, like, well, why are you working a job that you hate? Why you get up every day working a job that you hate? So I had to look deeper down inside myself. And what it wasn't the conscious thoughts, it was the subconscious thoughts that I was having. And sometimes that can come from childhood. And sometimes that can become into a form of sabotaging yourself. You can say, oh, girl, that ain't realistic. You start talking like that, or even if you don't talk like that, that's another thing, because I was always positive. I would be always the one who see the good and the bad, but still I was somewhere sabotaging myself until I really started to dig deep there and say, look, sis, what's going on? exercise, what this does is it wakes me up, because when I wake up, I be tired. I'll be very tired. So this booty exercise, I'll be sweating and I'll be ready, y'all. So after that, I'm ready. So then I take a shower. After I take a shower, that's when I go into my prayer. After I pray for 15 minutes, then guess what I do after that? After that, I put 10 minutes aside and I just put on this music. Y'all, I'm gonna link all of these links below that I listen to, okay? I put on this music, y'all, and I sit still. I have nothing but time. Like, it's now 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, I have nothing but time. So I sit there for 10 minutes and I visualize my next goals or my next dreams already accomplished. So for me, I visualize me living in LA in my high-rise apartment, and I visualize me driving my dream car down LA, and I see the palm trees, y'all. I see my house furnished, y'all. I see me making over $10,000 every single month, y'all. And well, not 10, 15,000. I see myself making over $15,000 every single month. My goal is to make over $40,000 every single month, because I want to make over $500,000 a year, all mine, not just network, like all mine. So I am going to make over $500,000 a year very soon, if not this year, next year. You gotta speak it, y'all. So yeah, that's another thing about me. I'm so optimistic and I'm so open, so I'm not afraid to speak my dreams to reality. So yeah, so I would just see that, y'all. But I would go there, like the music, and I'm so connected, y'all. And I find myself, I feel my cheeks raising, that I'm smiling, because I'm doing everything they said that I couldn't. I'm driving my dream car. I'm just in love with myself. I'm in love with who I am. I have just so much support. I have so many, like, all my businesses are doing really, really well, and I just see myself, like, looking out the window, and all I have is time. I'm free. I have nowhere I need to be, and I'm exactly where I should. And guys, I just feel that, and as I go deeper into this visualization, I start to feel the sun from the window in my Los Angeles high-rise apartment looking at me, and I feel the heat on my cheek. Yeah, I start to visualize my refrigerator with fresh, delicious watermelon and fresh, delicious cantaloupe, and I see avocados. I see my favorite recipes for my green smoothies, and I start to see the cherries, and I start to see the grapes. I start to see my vegan patties, and I start to see bananas, and I see spinach in there. I see tomatoes in there for my favorite salads, and this is what I see inside if I choose to control my thoughts. Because the only battle is our minds. That's the only battle. So leaving your job to work a job that's easy and blissful, that's so easy to do. There's people who can manifest millions of dollars into their life by absolutely doing nothing. But they just working differently than someone who's working really, really hard. Let me tell you something. If you work really, really, really hard at a job, there's only so much money you're gonna make. I know this from experience because I work really, 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 really hard. I used to work really, really hard. I used to believe that I had to do that. Until I started listening. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Abraham Hicks, but I started listening to her and it started making sense. I was like, I feel like it's something that we don't know, and we don't know that they know. And one thing about me, I'm so eager to try new things. And that's kind of how I found this equation to build. But this changed my entire life. Like, it changed my life. And every day before I start my day, I consciously choose how today will go. But before I start my day, before I do that, I consciously choose the night before how tomorrow will go. I do that through meditation, prayer, and visualization. I'm always seeing my future self as if I already am her. That's why people be like, you're not mad that this just happened? Like, I'm effing pissed off. I'm like, no, because I'm really not here. I know you see me, but I'm really not here. That's like, okay, if you know you're about to go in a situation where, like, it's going to be some energy that you don't really want to be around, but you're going to just be around it anyway, get ready for it. Just like, y'all, when I was an Uber driver, or a DoorDasher or a Postmates driver, I would stop my car, cut it off. That's the thing, you know when to stop. So when you meditate and you manifest and all of that stuff, you're strengthening your intuition, where you're never wrong and you're always guided. Let me tell you guys, my intuition is so strong that I don't even need a GPS to drive. I will literally just keep driving, but I can feel that I'm supposed to go left. Because I constantly strengthen that area, I'm rarely ever lost, and I can confidently say that. And I'm so close to who I am. I'm so close to her, like I talk to her so much. But y'all, this took me to stop talking to my friends. Because let me tell y'all, not because you don't stop talking to someone because they're a bad person. I'm not telling you to let your friends go. I'm not telling you that. But I'm telling you that your environment, your conversation, and the people you choose to hang around, that's who you are. Because your thoughts create your reality. I got tired of being around people who thought that I was what they saw. I'm not who you see. I'm not an Uber driver. I'm bigger than this. I'm beyond this. And it wasn't like I need you to believe in me. It wasn't that. Because I don't need that. Because most people don't believe in themselves. What I'm saying is a conversation. This conversation has to change. But I know that you're not willing to go there because you're okay with this. You settled for this. I didn't. And I'm ready to talk about positivity. I'm ready to talk about wealth. I'm ready to talk about Bentleys. I'm ready to talk about G-Wagons and Benzes and Bugattis. And not saying like that's it, but I'm just ready to talk about new houses. I'm ready to talk about traveling all over the world, y'all. In 2019, I was able to travel so many places. All because I kept thinking, y'all, I just love this conversation, but I just kept thinking about growth. I just kept listening to these podcasts. I kept listening to these affirmations. Like, you could not tell me I wasn't rich. And that's how I know the power of our mind. I was an Uber driver telling myself I was rich. I remember I had a friend, she was like, girl, you're not embarrassed. I'm like, no. Because I don't believe that this is my reality. people laughed at me. They laughed right in my face. They're like, girl, you crazy as hell. I probably was. I probably did sound a little crazy, but in order to get what you want out of life, to really, really go get it, you're going to have to be a little off. Just a little bit. Because you have to be able to believe that you were not created to live an ordinary life. Nobody was. We're so amazing. That's why we can do so many things. Just because I'm a YouTuber don't mean I'm not a dancer. Just because I'm a dancer doesn't mean I can't sing. Just because I can sing doesn't mean I can't rap. And just because I can sing and rap doesn't mean I can't act. And just because I can't act doesn't mean that I can't be a doctor. You see? We were created to be so many things. It wasn't meant for you to work a job and listen to some boss tell you what to do. It's not meant for that. You are not meant for that. You're so strong and so amazing, but what it's going to take